Welcome to the Elevate Collection podcast. We are so excited because today we have a very dear friend of ours, Hermez, joining us. Welcome to the podcast, Hermez.
Thank you guys so much for having me. My name is Hermez, by the way. She just said that.
Did I say it wrong?
No. I like to be awkward. I like to be awkward.
Oh.
You said it right.
I love it.
That. I'm saying it again.
He's like, what she just said, by the way.
Yeah, basically. But
I love it.
What she said.
yeah, what she said. But anyway, I'm glad to be here. Thank you guys for having me.
We're so can we just talk? Y'all, I don't know if you can feel it through whether you're watching it or listening to it, but his energy is so just like calm.
Yeah, we thank God.
And just like peaceful.
Yeah, we gotta avoid the drama.
Avoid the drama. No more drama.
Yeah, avoid the mix. Stay out. Leave me out of it.
What do we say? We're ATL girls, so
We like to be outside,
but out the way.
but out the way at the same time.
Outside but out the way.
Yep.
That's it right there. That's my slogan right there. That's my brand.
You, me,
branding.
Alex, and Usher.
Yeah, outside. We outside. We gotta. Because like everything's outside. The opportunity, the inspiration, the money. But out the way, you gotta be out the way.
Out the way.
There's a lot of things outside too. Like not just that, but there's drama. There's this, there's that.
Yeah.
So have a good balance.
Outside, out the way.
Outside, out the way.
So we know you.
Yeah.
But we don't know all of you. But will you tell everybody who you are?
Okay, so I'm Hermez. I'm an artist, visionary director at Divine Tree, and a filmmaker.
Okay, what's Divine Tree?
Divine Tree is a management company / production company with my brother and a few of my friends.
Okay.
And so it started in 2019. We started just really doing a lot of freelance work, working with athletes, helping them build their brands outside of football. So I'm an artist. So naturally, a lot of my friends were just athletes and they wanted to do anything but football, X's and O's. So they would come to whatever I was doing. If it was photo shoots, if it was video shoots, if it was working with clothing lines, whatever the case may be. And then, I think we really started breathing this new generation of athletes that are embracing things outside of sports. Before, like our generation, there were people that were doing it like a little bit, but it was like rare. It's like, oh, he's special. Now it's like, everyone is special and everyone has ideas outside of their medium. So it's like attacking that with a really trustworthy team that knows your vision, and then you just keep going. But it comes with trials and tribulations, like to get to a place where an athlete can trust you or a person can trust you to elevate their brand.
Divinely.
Divine elevation.
Divine elevation.
Yeah. So Divine Tree, that's a management / production company that we run with my brother, and we have a few clients under us, and we work with a lot of different companies. We have different events that we expose ourselves to with visibilities of products, from films to clothes to even just services or just curating a vibe. And then we do a lot of philanthropy work as well. So some of our clients give back to single mothers, breast cancer awareness, the Heart Foundation. So we like to keep it well versed, I feel it's like some people ask me like, so what do you do? Like, what is it? I'm like, I live like everything,
What do you need?
Yeah, like everything. What do you need? And it's like, it should be like that when you're working with a company. Not like, well, companies like ours. It's like, it's a holistic lifestyle. So from managing finances to marketing to you want to go to Paris Fashion Week to, you want to start a brand or you need production for your podcast or your YouTube series. We have to keep progressing. We have to keep like pushing the norm from what you already do. You're good at football. You're good at basketball. You're good at whatever you do. But I think life. I'm happy when there's steps moving forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're an artist. Tell us about your artistry.
My artistry. So I'm a singer, songwriter, and a producer. I produce my own music. I write my own music. I write my own films. I produce my own films, and yeah, I like to create. So it starts with the ground roots. Music is the foundation, so the elements of music. But I love music so much that it's like, it's second nature. It's like who I am. So like piggybacking off what I was saying with progression, sometimes you have to strip layers back to move forward, Right. And so for music, like I dropped a lot, of different projects and always make a world out of them. I like world building. So like my last project is Angel Wave, so I create a world around Angel Wave so people can live in it until like I'm already the next world is already being built.
Ooh,
I'm telling y'all, the next world is already being built. Like 2026 is crazy.
let's go.
But we have this world that, you know, we're in, and not a lot of people, we still want visibility. Like people have seen it, but we could still reach other areas, you know? So music is the foundation, and then I'm like, how can I make this bigger than just music? Okay, cool. Like I made this song, I produced a song, I wrote it, I recorded it. What else can I do for it to stick somewhere else, you know? And I think about, okay, so one time I like made a candle brand with a project, like I made candles specifically. So I'm like, okay, how do
I love that.
yeah, so how do I keep pushing this narrative, right? And then I was like, oh, films. Like films always have music, so let me start scoring my own films and using only my music. And so now people like, it's unbiased. It's like, okay, cool. Hey, I got a new song. It's like, okay, cool. But no, it's like I have a film. And then subconsciously they're like, well, what's the song? And it's like, it's my music, you know, too. So like you think of other creative ways to be like direct but indirect, you know? So,
You're,
you know,
you're
put it out.
creating an experience.
Yeah, an experience. You get it.
100%. You know what it makes me think about is like a lot of the artists that are on like the cutting edge of something different are the ones that are trying to do something different. The ones, you know, when, you know, Beyonce dropped an album like overnight and we're like, what the heck? Like,
Right.
what the hell?
When we first that feeling of when she first did it, like 2013, 14, was like
Lemonade?
yeah, it was Lemonade. We were like, what?
Like, what do you mean?
You can't do that. You have to market it for 6 months first.
Because that's what
The norm was.
the norm was. That's
Yeah.
what society, that's what culture had dictated that is the way to do it. But as a creative, she was like, nah, I'm not doing that. I mean, I don't know that she said that. I just imagine that's what the conversation
Yeah.
was like.
Yeah.
I love to see it now too with the TikTok like music influencers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they're like, my label says I can't drop this song, or this song isn't going to perform. Like, let's show them up, and then it
Yeah.
becomes like the best performing song on their album.
Literally taking the power back.
Yeah.
And as not just as artists, but as people, as creatives, you know, like I think we're all creatives,
Right.
all of us, you know, like from business owners to athletes. You have to create plays to make things happen, from basketball to creating, you know, plays as a running back to creating, you know, whatever the case may be. You're creating some type of scenario to make sure you're in a position to win. And I think that's the same thing as artists. Like you take these ideas that you're blessed with, and you have to conceptualize them. You have to execute, because it's just a waste. If you know, everybody has ideas,
Right.
but if you don't execute, it's just like it's just there, you know. So for me, I think that yeah, like piggybacking off of just progression. Like I think we're all artists. I mean, all creatives, and I feel like once you lean into that instead of like trying to like shy away from your creative like energy and efforts, life becomes a little bit more whole and peaceful, and you stop like doubting yourself, and you stop having second guessing yourself. Like God is the biggest creator, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So we're a reflection of him. So whatever we do is like doubting yourself is like doubting God, you know, in a sense, you know.
Ooh, that's good. That'll
Yeah.
preach. That's some finger snaps there.
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons that we resonated with you so early on is because you're just as dynamic as we are.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Yeah.
Divine Tree and Elevate, we know that we're divinely elevated, and we're very similar. We do very
Yeah.
similar things, but like understand that we can move the needle together, you know, host events together, reach a broader audience, and we can all fuel our passion projects.
Yeah, yeah,
Is
yeah.
something that really inspires me. Like
Yeah.
you're still helping with the athlete management
Yeah.
and the music production for other people. You're
Yeah.
still helping these
Yeah.
athletes move their career forward while also like focusing on your personal modality.
Yeah.
That's so incredible, and like what a great way to spotlight your art through your spotlight.
Right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Well, you know, because we do similar things between, you know, Elevate and Divine Tree, what I think is so beautiful is I think that we are creators. Like,
Yeah.
just to, you know, add on to what you're saying, we are creatives. And I think that's what allows us to collaborate so effectively, because we all have the same belief that you can create opportunity. You can create money.
Yeah.
Like you can,
literally.
not from like an illegal standpoint,
But just like from
but like
from an idea.
From ideation to be able to, like, you know, like, okay, like I want to, this is my next goal to meet this, you know, a savings goal or an investment goal, whatever it is, right? If we want something, we're like, all right, well, let me create it. I'm going to create the opportunity to create the money. And I think as a creator, when you believe in collaboration like that, you're not walking in scarcity because you know that the outcomes that you desire, you have the ability to create. And me and Jordan, we probably talk about it maybe once every other episode about like, you know, things not being mutually exclusive and realizing that people that are like anti-manifestation because they're like, oh, it goes against my faith. And I'm like, actually, it's the same exact thing when it comes to manifestation and like speaking by faith when it comes to, you know, speak things as though they were
religion
or what is it, life and death are in the power of the tongue. But then your affirmations or you say things as though they are. It's the same exact thing. So I think as creators, when you tap into like us being creations and then putting forth and then also being creators,
trusting it
trusting it
and you know, something that's better than creating money is creating value. You know what I'm saying? So once you're valuable, you're never in lack, you know? So like for us, it's like Elevator's creating a valuable resource in the retail game, in the sports industry, in the podcast industry, and wherever they want to fit themselves, wherever you guys want to fit yourself, you know? But there's steps to it. There's like, you know, you have to do the groundwork. You have to do the foundational work. You have to do the inner work. And then step by step, we see the consistency. You know, you guys consistently show up for your clients, real estate wise, event wise, partnership wise, sponsorship wise, and then even, you know, colleagues or friends, you know, like you guys are always trying to elevate someone. So there's no lack of like resources that will ever come this way. There might be like things comes in waves, but it's never going to be a stoppage, you know, like it's never going to be a lack of. And I think it's important for people to focus on value, like, and quality work. You know, quality work should always be the first of everything you're doing. Can you curse?
Yeah.
Like, fuck how much you getting paid. Fuck how much, like, all the publicity is and all those opportunities. Like, fuck all that. Like, it's morally about, is this a piece of work that I'm proud of?
Yes.
Is this a service that I'm proud of? Like, if I had the money to pay this person to do the service, would I like what I'm how I'm providing for them? Am I on time? Am I on top of it? Am I looking for all the resources? Am I looking for the best options? Things like that. So for Divine Tree, it's like it took me a while personally. I have help. You know, I have an older brother, friends and family that we've been together since we were in college. We all went to Ole Miss together. And
I didn't know that about you.
Yeah. We all, me, Alex, Laramie, Lalu, Treadwell, Quincy. There's a lot of us. We all went to Ole Miss together. We all went to who else? Who else do y'all know? Logan. There's so many of us. We all went to Ole Miss at a certain period of time, and we knew it was special when we were 17, 18, 19, all the way to like 21. We knew it was special because there was too many lit people in one place. Like everyone was lit. Like you were lit.
Y'all
in
were
Texas.
the function.
Yes, like you were lit in Texas. You were lit in Atlanta. You were lit in Florida. You were lit and wherever you were, and we all came to the same place. So we knew it was special, but we didn't know what it was until later. And now we do things together. We create businesses together. We make money together. We travel together. We do vacation together. So we didn't know, but now we know. We're like, oh, okay, that's why, you know. And it's crazy. It's crazy what, you know, is subconsciously manifesting, but like you just want healthy relationships.
Yeah.
You know? Like you just want healthy relationships. It's like I don't want to have a toxic relationship with my friend, my partner, my family member, my whatever, you know what I'm saying? So I think that's like very important, like, you know, and following that, you know, that whole concept of, hey, at the end of the day, I'm gonna follow what's true to my heart, and then whatever I put out to the world is gonna be a reflection of that, and people will gravitate, like the right people will gravitate towards you.
I am obsessed. Then does that mindset relate to the origin of the name of the brand being Divine Tree? How does that
Right.
connect?
So my brother actually came up with that. Lalu Sani, founder of Divine Tree. We founded it together, but he came up with the name and the concept and came to my room, knocked on my door and said, yo, listen, we had a previous company called Timeless Generation that, fizzled out, and we took a break from it was the same type of concept of Divine Tree, but not as elevated. No pun, but yeah, so Lalu came, he was like, yo, Divine Tree, and then the Tree of Life, really. So it's the Tree of Life and the branches off the trees of life. Then the family tree. So we played off of the Tree of Life, something that's eternal, something that's forever, and then a family tree with the branches of, your grandparents and the great, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that.
Right.
But in a company sense, in okay, the gift that keeps giving was a slogan. When you have a gift, let's say I'm an athlete, and then you're a photographer. I think we should exchange, you're a photographer, come, shoot for me. I'm an athlete. I have publicity in this area. We can trade off. It's just a fair exchange. So once you build that, and that has to be synergy. Once you build that, I feel like that's the whole concept of Divine Tree, from eternal life to a family tree, meaning this is going to be forever, and you can pass the fruits down to the next seeds and stuff like that,
I love that. It's so important to us to work with people that we like.
Yeah.
So
1,000%.
one of the things we say,
1000%.
and this is the explicit version since we're already there, is we want to do cool shit with people that we like. Okay.
That's it.
I want to call you up and be like, Hermez, let's go get on the yacht.
Yeah.
You know
let's
what
do
I
it.
mean?
Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it.
I want to, and that's why we ask everybody,
Yeah.
what can we do to elevate you? What, it's not about us,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
If I go to a networking event, it's not about me. I want to know every person in the room.
Yeah.
I'm like, who are you? What do you do?
Yeah.
And how can I provide you value?
Yep.
Because the people who are for me will naturally find me. And we say that all the time, the path is perfect.
Yeah.
The people who are for me, the opportunities that are for me, they won't pass me.
It won't.
Think about how we met and how it came full circle, and we did an event together, and now we're planning
It's
future
crazy.
events together.
It's crazy. It's crazy. The last event we did was so amazing that I was like, man, I didn't. You don't even have to question if you're gonna work with these, the set of people again. You're like, oh, I know when the opportunity comes again, we're just gonna.
It'll be
be
natural.
right. It's natural, and we're gonna be right back where we left off. And it's gonna be bigger. And we all went in our individual lives and grew. So we're coming back with more resources, more knowledge, more, everything. So we just turning shit up, you know what I'm saying?
I love it.
We just turning this, you know what I'm saying? We just doing it. We really just doing it, for real.
You know what's so beautiful about you saying that? We took some time apart, you know what I mean? Doing our normal lives, and then we come back with more resources, more knowledge, all of that good stuff. I think that also speaks to something that it's starting to be talked about more, adult friendships.
Yeah,
of understanding that I do not need to speak to you every day.
Oh my gosh.
I need to speak to you every day. But I do not need to speak to
fact.
you every day.
But I mean, you're gonna have people that you y'all two, and then it's me and Lalu. But it's not even y'all are hand in hand together. So you're gonna speak to each other every day. It's not even that.
But you and I, us.
Yeah.
Right? But we pick up
right where we left off.
I saw you yesterday.
Yeah, and it doesn't. Yeah, I think that. I mean, a part of growing up and a part of maturing is what? People got things they gotta do today.
Y'all, I'm trying to keep kids alive.
That too. You know what I'm saying? You looking after little human beings. It's a whole nother thing. You know what I'm saying? So I'm not gonna lie to you. To be honest, once you adapt that mentality, I personally don't even have a tolerance for it. I don't even care if it bothers you that much, because it's you end up understanding. They always, I mean, if they're supposed to be in your life, they always end up oh, I get it. He's busy, or she's busy, or they're doing this, that, and the third, or they just need their mental space in this type of mind frame for now. If it's not dire need, we'll pick it up later,
Right. Because if you called me, I'll show up.
Yeah. If it's something we need to do immediately, let's do it.
But I also don't need. I don't know. I think it's an interesting thing. I don't know how we got here, but it's an interesting thing, because I think you have social media that's that if they wanted to, they would. And yes, to a degree, of course. Or the people we do make time for what we want to make time, but I think there's also got to be some type of level of respect of where other people are in life. Like if you have a newborn baby, girl, I'm not expecting you to call me.
Yeah, not at all.
Like, or, I'm not like, or even like going through that season of my life already, like I know how to show up for somebody else in that. Like I'm not calling so I can come and hold your baby. I'm calling so I can do I'm coming over so I can do your dishes to take it off your plate. Like that's how I'm going to show up. Yeah. And I think as an adult, you start realizing more and more that those little pieces of how you're showing up for people has to be, or not how you're showing up for people, but how you want someone to show up for you. Yeah. You have to speak that. Yeah. And you can't expect someone to know how you want them to show up for you or set the expectation of like, well, you're my friend, so you should be calling me every day or da da da. But like, you also know I am building what we hope to be or what will be, a Fortune 500 company.
What will be.
So I need a little bit of grace and a love and a respect to see me where I'm at.
Yeah, I think it's different for women too, but yeah, for sure. Like I think, it's harder maybe for, it's more challenging for women. Men are already on that kind of like it's like a little bit. It's acceptable to not talk to your bro for a minute because he's like your bro could just be like going through something, job hunt or wanting to get a raise or wanting to sign his contract or like we deal with all of it like from all levels. From an athlete like wanting to sign his next deal or he's on contract year, he might not speak to like during that time he might not speak to his minimal movement. And that deserves the same respect as somebody even working a 9-to-5 that's maybe transitioning to a higher level corporate wise or whatever, you know what I'm saying? Because you need that isolation time. I think isolation is where you grow. Isolation is where you become, you know yourself more and you trust yourself and trust your ideals. So yeah, I don't even care, to be honest. Like I love that. I'll be honest with you. Like everybody understand it. And then if you don't, you're not really like, we don't need 20 billion people. We just need our tribe. And then that's what's enough.
Like we all we got.
Yeah.
But I respect it because even though you weren't in our daily lives, right? Yeah. Like we'll check in with each other.
Oh, no, for sure.
You're in Miami. How long are you coming to Miami?
For sure.
How's your head and your heart? Like,
yeah.
And that goes for the people in my life too. Like, we're all in a building season, right? Mm-hmm. We're all builders by nature. We're all creators. We're givers.
At the core of who we are.
Hermez, I know that if I called you and was like, I am in something, like you would do whatever it took.
I do whatever it took because that's just who we are. Because like, what's the point? Like, what's the point of having all these contacts, resources, all these things if you can't help people when they need it, Right. And then you obviously you acknowledge the ones that need help and the ones that are overdoing it, right? But like the ones that like
if they're asking me,
they're asking me, that means that it's serious. So like, cool. But that's the core of us, and that's what it's gonna be. But how do you even have the resources or power to help if you're not out there world building?
You better preach.
And that's the thing. That's not talked about enough, right? Like how much. It's tax season, right? Like we're filing our taxes. Right. How much money we spent last year getting to other cities, shaking hands,
showing up,
kissing babies.
Yeah.
Like just getting into the rooms, talking to people, showing up for your friends, showing up in the industry, showing up in the spaces. And a lot of people are like, oh, just introduce me to this person, but like you don't understand. I'm still building this relationship first of all.
Right. And
it's also that valuable to me.
Yeah.
So valuable to me. Like if I'm bringing you into my life, if I'm bringing you into my circle, like there has to be some crazy level of trust.
Trust me.
And we're intuitive. We go on the vibe and we go on the flow. Yeah. So for us, we need to be in your energy. Like I can talk to you on the phone all day long, but when I meet you and I feel it and like see how it goes.
It's different. It's different. And I think I've definitely made mistakes where still trying to nurture a relationship, and then someone's like, "Yo, can you connect me?" And I'm like, "All right, bet, let me." I'm not even all the way in, and then it all fizzles out because it's like I brought in too much. And I've seen myself do that before, and not it never again. Like you got to understand, like what you said, like you have to have that boundary set and form solid, relationships and have solid progression in your life before I can reach back, like how are we going to help back on a half, how are we going to walk across the world on like a half done bridge? Like, it's like, let me finish building. Let me finish building this, like, so we can all walk across smoothly. Right now, we're going to be struggling trying to do this because I halfway did it,
But for the people in our lives to like give us grace in that too. I want to bring you in, and that's why we do elevated spaces. Yes. That's why you do divine. Like,
exactly.
We want to bring you into this world. Like we want to introduce you to those people, but like these relationships that we're building are so important for the growth of all of us that they have to be solid before you bring those other people in. Like
you create it.
If you want to get to my connections, come to my event.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, we're creating it.
Support me.
And at the end of the day, it's really supporting yourself at the same time too, because we're creating the opportunity. We've created the connection. We've created the opportunity. We created the space. Yeah. But it is not just on us to cultivate it.
Nah.
And like we can cultivate our connection with that person or with that industry or whatever it is, but it is on you to also show up. And like we spent an astronomical amount of money on showing up for people and showing up and showing face, like you said, getting into the rooms, because we knew that's what was required of us if we wanted to cultivate with some intention. And honestly, we knew we had to invest in it too. Like we can't not invest in relationships and people and expect a return without any investment. That's literally crazy.
Nothing worth it that ever comes easy.
No, like you got to invest if you want to get something back.
And we did it tired. We did it hungry. We did it broke.
Yep. You can't pay interest on nothing.
Broke.
I'm saying.
You got to do it. You got to do it at every level. Like, I mean, we did it in all those levels. For us, it's like, how else would you do it? Like, we don't even
Is there another option?
Is there another option? Like, either you came from it, and would be the same thing. You would still have to work to prove to put it together, and maybe some boxes may be checked off, but like whatever the cards are dealt with, it's what it's dealt with.
That's how you play them.
Yeah,
those are your cards. So now it is up to you.
Yeah.
As to how you play them. Okay, music commercial for a second, just because I got triggered by everything that we were saying. There's a song that I love. It's by Tiana Taylor, and it's called A Rose in Harlem. So if you are in that headspace right now where you're just like, you are going through it and you're just trying to figure out like, all the different pieces, and you're connecting and you're growing and you're growing, but it's a really tough season, listen to that song, because she just talks about like growing up out of the concrete, like things that are hard and all of these things. And
I know that song.
Love that song. Hey, Tiana.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm on a pod.
I know, come on.
I'm on a pod.
Tag her below if you're listening to this. Tag her if this is a clip. Irvin, let's make this a clip. Y'all tag Tiana. That song is so fire because it's literally like it gets my attitude right.
Triumph.
Triumph. Like I've been through more than a little bit.
Yeah, like, trials and tribulations and making it through.
Yeah.
Like it's like all of this is like calming down, breathing, and trusting.
Oof.
Cause like, bro, like, you're not like, they're not different from you. These people that you may look like, why is their life is like this, or why are they doing that? Why are they? It's
that's
like
comparison too.
Like you don't need like that thought process is like it's really in you, but you just don't fully believe, because comparison and envy means that you don't trust your, like, I'm only ecstatic when I see other successful people. I'm like, oh, that's super dope. Like, oh, that's another way I can do it. Or I like how they did it like this. Or like, oh, when I get to that level, I'm gonna have my house like that. Like looking at different, like, you know what I'm saying? Whatever the case may be, I'm just inspired by it. But, I don't think, you just gotta, like what you said, like that process is actually a beautiful story. It's a beautiful process, going through something where you didn't see any light and you made it. You made the light and you persevered through whatever the triumph was or the darkness was, and you show people, like I can create my happiness. I can create my own happiness.
Creators.
Yeah.
Once again, you create it, you gotta cultivate it.
Yes. 1000%.
Do you have any advice for people who are maybe looking to build community? Maybe not a community like Divine or Elevate, but like build community. Like, what advice would you give them to meet those people, to do that networking, to have the sponsorships, to have be able to do these things? Like, what advice is there?
How it happens is like, it's not no privilege or not no accident or not. And I'm actively open to receiving in life. So I'm out here talking to people. Yep. Like, it's as simple as that. Like, I'm actually out on the street talking to a random, oh, what do you do? Like today, tomorrow, yesterday, like on the street. It don't matter if I'm at Subway. I don't eat Subway, but it doesn't matter where I'm at.
My God.
It's like, what? Like, why did I think of that? But it doesn't matter where I'm at. I'm gonna talk to every human. If I'm in the mood, in the talking mood, if I'm vibing just to music, but if I'm in a talking mood, I'm gonna talk to them, try to figure out where they're from, what they do, what their interests are. Sometimes you leave with a relationship. It starts with your neighborhood, then you're outside your neighborhood, then your city, and then this person, we're traveling here, you should come. Like, it just starts like that.
Yeah.
So the advice is just to be out there and be open to receiving, and to be like, don't be out in the world judging a book by its cover. Understand people's story and where they came from and who they are and what they want to do, and try to actually connect instead of just seeing everything as an opportunity.
Oh, that's so good.
Thinking
about opportunity and connecting, where are you finding inspiration for your artistry and for your music?
I like a lot of Japanese films. Like, I like In the Mood for Love. I like Christina, and movies, films. I like films a lot. I like how they're scored. I like how they're, how aesthetically they're put together. So for me, it's like, all right, cool. Like, I think life can be like that.
Ooh, that is so beautiful.
Like, I literally believe, oh yeah, like life, and I make it like that. I'm in an Uber, I'm flying, like I make everything like it feels like a movie. It feels like, okay, cool, I'm flying to Atlanta. We're about to show the angel way. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just make it like, because it's fun. Like, it's your life. Like, I don't know. I love my life.
You're romanticizing.
Yeah. Yes. And it's like beautiful to do that. Like, it's like, I'm fulfilled. I feel good about it. And sometimes you forget. And even the triumph, and even like sometimes where it's not going good, at least you have problems to, like complain about. Like, some people got no motion and nothing. Some didn't come through, some didn't, like, you like, dang, this sponsor didn't come through. Some people don't even know how to contact or ask somebody about a sponsorship or donation or anything. So it's like, yeah, like that's the inspiration is from films, from interviews, from past artists, I'm inspired by actually any like type of dope success story. So it could be tennis, cooking, anything. Like, it's like literally, like, I'm like, oh, that's dope. Like, I'm inspired. Let's do more.
But do you have a dream collaboration? Speaking of let's do more, is there a dream like it'd be so dope if I could collaborate with?
I want to collaborate with WizKid, Thames, Nike,
hello.
Divine Nike, Divine Jordan actually too.
Ooh, Nike, Jordan.
And then eventually I want to do Hermez x Hermez furniture.
Ooh.
Like, whenever that can happen.
Well, what's gonna happen? Plug you into the real estate,
right? You know what I'm saying? This is the Hermez x Hermez collab.
Bye. Speaking of which, this beautiful condo is for sale, y'all.
It's for sale.
It is in the W in Atlanta.
Yes. 1000%.
I think our soul needed this. Like,
mine too.
This wasn't the direction we ever headed, like meant to head down, but it's just connection. Like, connection is everything. I just remember like when we were in Miami and we were at the Elevate Women event, and you came because you are an ally to powerful women.
I'm saying, it's like, go women.
Oh yeah, 1000%. And like I'm gonna show up. Like, it don't have to be about my event or collaboration. If I'm in the city or if I'm there, I'm gonna pull up. Like, it's like, that's what it's about though. It's like, fill the room up with valuable people, with like-minded thinkers, and sometimes not like-minded thinkers, but progressive thinkers.
That's so good.
Like, I think something huge that helped me was going outside of my industry. So like, originally industry, right? So originally it was art, just art. I was focused on art. I was always around athletes, so I knew of sports, but like I wasn't really dived into it. Then I then I started diving into it, like taking it more seriously.
Right.
And then my homies, they built, like I started connecting more with my friends that build apps. And I was like, that was a whole nother world, like during crypto times and during NFTs and things like that. And then I'm seeing them build actual gaming apps and just seeing how tech is going, like being in that world for real, like not just dabbling in it, but like really talking to engineers and devs and understanding the language. And then, directors, like that was new, like filmmaking is new, so I've always been into film, so I knew it would be like not easy, but like it was not easy at all. It was not easy at all, but I knew it would be fun to do, and I knew I would be interested in it, and I knew I would get anything that I have interest in or passion in, I'm gonna get the job done. So yeah. So I think going outside of your industry, like what y'all do with real estate, y'all merge it with sports and entertainment and music and film and different stuff. So it's just no like ceiling to what you guys are gonna, achieve.
But not only do you show up, but you help.
Yeah.
You gotta
I
help.
just remember like being so overwhelmed because we were expanding so quickly.
There it is.
And you're like, how can I help? And I was like, hold these flowers. And we got this picture of you like holding this like gorgeous,
beautiful photos.
Flowers.
Oh yeah, you have to send it to
in my
me.
life.
I swear it's art. We need to just send it to you.
Yeah, send it to me.
So pretty.
That's so crazy.
And in that moment, I just remember looking over, you're holding this like huge bouquet of flowers, and you're just happy to be there.
Yeah.
And like the relief we felt in that moment, your calm presence, your energy, like that's what it's all about, right? Like showing up, whether it's to help or to be in the presence or to be in a room, like that's what it's all about.
That's what
the frequency.
Yeah, man. Like that, I don't know why that just like that core memory just hit me right now, and I was just like, oh, that's crazy. Because that just brought a sense of calmness to me, because we actually need to be like, it's like that's what it is. Like when someone's going through a lot, holding a bunch of flowers, take one, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like hold the flower for your boy, your homegirl, whoever it is. Like, but a metaphor, an analogy to life, to like, like, I don't know, try to help calm your friends down, your family down. If you hear panic, like if you feel like your friend or your mom or your dad or your sister, whoever is down a little bit, what could you possibly do? And it doesn't always have to be monetizable, but what could you possibly do to maybe pick up their energy if your energy is a little bit higher? Right. Or if it's the same, how can we help, elevate together? But yeah, that's important. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Well, as we wrap, as much as we don't want to, we get to do a beautiful screening of Angel Waves tonight.
Oh yeah, Angel Waves is tonight.
And we'll tag everything for Hermez in the notes and everything. But as you know, we asked every guest. Yeah. Same question every time. Yeah. How can we, our community, our listeners, Jordan and I, anybody that's listening to this, help move your needle forward? Whether that be in personal, it could be business, whatever. Like, what would help move your needle forward right now in this moment?
What will help movement? I mean, we have a bunch of things that we got in the works right now. When I say we, Divine Tree, we have a bunch of things in the works from, events that we're going to be having throughout the year, from CBC to CultureCon to Art Basel again.
2.0.
2.0. Things I want to do back in Nigeria. So for me personally, I would say helping my company will always help me, because I understand what I need to do. And if you guys want to support in any way, just follow us on Divine Tree. Divine, DIVINETREE Tree on Instagram, social media, Twitter, all that. But Instagram's probably the best way to find us. And if there's synergy, let's have a conversation. Let's start with a conversation and see where we can help build. We're doing a lot of amazing things, and sponsorships, donations, or just a partnership may always help. So whatever you guys feel like, if you see any synergy, just reach out.
Go give our Divine Tree family some love.
Yes.
Thanks so much for being here, Hermez.
Yes, thank you.
You're always such a bright light.
Thank you. Thank you. I love it. You guys too. And, we got to stay divinely elevated. Yeah.
Always.
Tonight, we're going to kill it.
Let's do it. Divinely elevated.
Divinely elevated.
Let's go.